Hare Krishna, welcome everyone for the Caitanya Caritamrta reading. And before we start, we'll do the Guru Vandana. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Sakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Iti Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Vanja Kalpatarubhya Cha Krupa Sindhupya Eva Cha Patitanam Bhavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo, Hare Hare. So now with that we will get into the Caitanya Caritamrta. Okay, hope that you are all able to hear me clearly. And now, yesterday, we just touched on the text number 100 of this Adi Leela, chapter 3, and where we are actually going through these external reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. It's the external reasons. There are two kinds of reasons that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world. So one is called the external, means outside reasons. So it's not really it's not something that he's actually obliged to really do because of some things like like the Kali Yuga's the only dharma of Kali Yuga is Nama Sankirtan. So he came here to really start, inaugurate and all those things. So these are all externals. So we are really talking about the external reasons of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's is incarnation. Now, in the text 100, he said, in this age of Kali, there is no religion other than the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. And then Advaita Acharya was actually just he's actually the thinking how the Lord is going to incarnate. He must be having some special plan. So again, in the text number 100, there is something very important. In this age of Kali, there is no religion other than chanting of the holy name of the Lord. But then you can see, there are so many religions. There are 200 religions in this world. 200 religions in this world. Starting with, the important ones are, of course, Christianity, Islam, this, everything, Judaism, and, so Saurashtra. There are, and also, so many isms. But it's very clear that in this age of Kali, nothing is going to work. It is not going to have any effect. So that is why again and again our Shastras are actually saying that other than chanting the name of the Lord's name, there is no other way of liberation at all. And now then also one very important thing about this chanting the Maha Mantra in the Kali Yuga is this Maha Mantra has a potential of giving Prema Bhakti. There is nothing else that can actually give Prema Bhakti. Only Maha Mantra can give Prema Bhakti. Okay. So anyway, so like this, he was actually now proceeding to think about how he can really bring. So who? Advaita Acharya is thinking of bringing Chaitanya Lord Krishna to Advent. And that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. So he is saying, now the text number 101, I shall worship Krishna in a purified state of mind. I shall constantly petition him in humbleness. I will cry for his coming down. So also he said, my name is Advaita. And that is very fitting if I am able to induce Krishna to inaugurate the movement of the chanting of the holy name. So that is how the whole the thing starting from Advaita Acharya's point of view. But if you see, what are the three external reasons of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to really come down are actually in a way three. Two main, but it can actually be three. Number one is to inaugurate the Kali Yuga Dharma of chanting the holy name, that is Mahamantra, which is basically the Nama Sankirtan movement is going to be inaugurated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is one external reason. Then another external reason is actually kind of a twisted is because he wants to liberate as many jivas as much as possible in this special, during his descension. So this is the mercy that he is also coming here, because all the other incarnations, even though they are also attracting jivas in a way, they are all the incarnations come for purpose of killing the demons and also performing leelas and all those. So it's mostly leela avatar. There are a lot of leela avatars. But this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descension is very special because he really came to really give liberation to so many jivas who are eligible. Not even eligible. Even if the jivas not eligible, he was so merciful to give them. So that is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here Advaita Acharya is now thinking how to bring Krishna down. And while he was thinking about how to really bring him here down, so he was thinking about worshipping, how to worship. Then he remembered something very special about Krishna. What is that? Tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulukena va vikrinite swam atmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsalaha. This verse just immediately came. This is from Gautamiya Tantra. This verse, it says that Sri Krishna, who is very affectionate towards his devotees, he will sell himself. To whom? To a devotee who offers him merely a tulasi leaf and a palm full of water. That's all. So this is the very easy way to purchase Krishna himself. So he's saying, if somebody is giving me tulasi, but again there is a qualified, there is something we need to look into the more detail. It's not somebody, any demon can just take some tulasi and then give some water and then saying I want to buy you or I want to purchase you. It's not like that. He says, who is very affectionate toward his, he's that. He's affectionate to those devotees who are really genuinely, they are actually Krishna devotees. So this is the position of Krishna. So Krishna is saying, tulasi dala means leaf. Matirana, just by giving tulasi leaf, and with what? Jalasya. Jalasya means with water. Because actually tulasi, in fact tulasi leaf we used to really wash it with water and then only offer there. Okay, then Ganga water, Ganga gel. You invoke all the holy rivers in the water and then offer that water also. So that water and tulasi leaf, especially Ganga water. That is why Advaita Acharya is now sitting, he sat on the bank of the Ganges, and he is about to prepare to really give this special worship. Very simple, not very big festival or big program, nothing. Very simple. He really took a salagram, Shila, and then he really offered tulasi leaf and water. That's all he was doing. There is nothing else. So now Advaita Acharya consider the meaning of this verse. That verse just now we really saw that. So, not finding any way to repay the debt, Krishna owes to one who offers him a tulasi leaf and water. Lord Krishna thinks, oh, there is no wealth in my possession that is equal to a tulasi leaf and a water. So why Krishna is really saying that, they are purchasing me by giving me some tulasi and water, they are actually purchasing me. Why? Because I don't know how, whatever I have in my possession, because even though Lakshmi is actually in my Lakshmi Devi who is in charge of all the wealth is in my possession, actually compared to the affection of my devotee, I cannot really pay. So I decided to sell myself to him. So that is this is very important. Tulasi. Why that Tulasi is coming in? Tulasi is completely surrendered. So this Tulasi Devi that we really worship is actually Brinda Devi. So Brinda Devi is a fully devoted Saki of Krishna, like Radharani and then Brinda Devi. So they are all there in the spiritual realm, and Krishna cannot really repay for anyone who offers any Tulasi, Tulasi and water to him. So that's why Advaita Acharya is thinking, Krishna is thinking, there is no wealth in my possession that is equal to Tulasi leaf and water. So, because I don't have anything else, I have to give myself. So thinking like this, then Advaita Acharya is preparing, because the Lord basically liquidates the debt by offering himself to the devotee, because he cannot repay. So this is how the Shastras are revealing about the glories of Krishna. So Advaita Acharya began to worship the Lord. And Ganga Jala Tulasi Mayanjari Anukshana Krishna Pada Padma Bhavi Kare Samarpana. Thinking of the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, he constantly offered Tulasi buds in water from the Ganges. Every ingredient is there. Krishnere Agvana Kare Kariya Kungara Ye Mate Krishnere Karaila Avatara. He appealed to Krishna, but now he is calling, he is crying. Oh Lord, please come down. So that is why the principal reason for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descent is the appeal of Advaita Acharya, because Advaita Acharya found that in this world everybody was going crazy. They were only trying to enjoy themselves. Only their sense gratification was their main agenda in their life. There is nothing other than that. So like that, they were all falling down and falling down and falling down. So they are caught by the Maya, and they are subjected to be born again and again and again and again. Depending on the karma, they get some relations. Depending on the karma, they get to be born in certain places, and etc. etc. So they are really under the control of Maya Devi, and karmic laws are just ruling them. So this is why Advaita Acharya was crying, please come down and save these souls. Otherwise they are going to be miserable again, it will be worlds and worlds. Oh Lord, you always dwell in the vision and hearing of your pure devotees. You also live in their lotus-like hearts, which are purified by devotional service. Oh my Lord, who are glorified by exalted prayers. You show special favor to your devotees by manifesting yourself in the eternal forms in which they welcome you. So here saying, because Lord will be able to come in any form that the pure devotees want him to come. So this is another great mercy of Krishna, is depending on how one really wants the Krishna to appear. As a child, he comes there. As a father, he comes there. As a mother, he comes there. Whatever that one devotee wants Krishna to really appear to him, he will come. In fact, there was one story. This happened. This was a real story. Actually, a real thing means happened recently. In Guruvayur, there was one. He was actually a servant. He did not have any. He was totally illiterate. He did not know anything. No, he can't really, read or write or anything. But he was actually serving the Maharaja there. So the Maharaja, once, he was asking Maharaja, he was asking, oh Maharaja, how is Krishna look like? How does he look like? So Maharaja made fun of him. How can you understand about all these guys? These are all very, very high. But that servant was very, very high devotee. He was very frank. And Maharaja said, oh, the God, Krishna, actually he's like a buffalo, he said. He's a buffalo. Then this servant really took it very seriously. So he started worshipping Krishna as a buffalo. And once what happened was because buffalo is supposed very cheap. In South India especially, that is very cheap. So he got so much convicted that yes, Krishna is like buffalo. So he was praying like this. And once this king was also, he was actually coming to the temple, and the servant also came to come. And Lord Krishna wanted to show something very special to everybody and including the king. So all of a sudden what happened was that, every day they used to take this Archa Vigraha and they going around around the temple by keeping the Archa Vigraha on the top of an elephant. Even now, because they had so many elephants. Even now there are more than 40 elephants or something, but there are previously hundreds. But then when they were coming, when they're coming the outside the circumambulating the temple, there is an entrance through which there is big entrance through which the deity and on the elephant will be going through. That is in front of the temple. Then they will be there. So when they are entering, the elephant could not go. The elephant stopped, and then they were all trying to really force that elephant to really go through that. It is a big, large opening. If you really go there, you will see. It's a large opening. They are actually going through that, but the elephant could not go. It got stuck. And then the people are wondering why it's not able to move. And everybody was, time is running, but the elephant could not really get in. So something invisible is actually blocking them. What is this? What is going on? Everybody, then the head pujari, everybody came in. What is going on? What is going on? And then meanwhile, all the things were all, seen by the king and nearby the servant. So the king was also, perplexed. What is going on? And then all of a sudden, servant really told, oh king, I know why it is not able to go. It's not able to. Everybody was looked at him because the servant is, he was illiterate anyway, right? So then he was really shouting. I know. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. Why? What are you saying? Look at here, because the Krishna is a buffalo. He's a buffalo. His horns. The horns are actually, they are all stuck, they are actually hitting the top of the place of that entrance. So that is why you do one thing, you just bend down a little bit, ask bend down and like this go and then go through and then you go, it will come back. Nobody could believe what he was talking about. Buffalo and horn got stuck. But again, because, they were not able to really take the elephant through. So then they really made the elephant to really get it down, because, by the, they'll command, they just bend down, comes there, and then it really crawls and passes through that entrance. It was a big entrance, of course. It goes there, then it gets up, and now it's able to go. Then everybody assembled over thinking, what is going on? And they really came to these servant saying, how did you know that it was, it was stuck with the thing? How did you know? I was seeing it right there. Because, his buffalo horns, it got stuck there. That's why, this elephant could not really take it. So now, after that, then it went through. Then the king was really listening all these things and say, oh, this is very good, this thing. Because he remembered that when his servant asked how Krishna looked like, he said he looks like a buffalo. And this servant believed it. 100% faith. Believed it. And look at Krishna appeared as him as a buffalo, sitting on the top of the elephant, and then he was moving. So why I was telling this particular funny story is, yes, Krishna can appear in innumerable forms. Not only just avatars, which we all know. He can come in many, many forms. So okay. Now let us proceed. So praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunatha, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Dasa, narrate Sri Caitanya Caritamrta, following in their footsteps. So now, actually, this is the last verse of this Adi, chapter number 3, and the last verse that we went through. So this chapter is pertaining to the external reasons of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance in this Kali Yuga. What are the three reasons? I mentioned 3 reasons. So can anyone just iterate before we go into the next chapter?
To establish the Yuga Dharma.
Yuga Dharma, yes, to establish the Yuga Dharma, which is the congregational chanting of, right? That's a Nama Sankirtan. Okay. Then now, second
is to because of the request of Advaita Acharya, he descended down.
These are the main one, but also there's a third, which is corollary, that normally people say is to really give this mercy of what Krishna prema bhakti, to really take all the qualified jivas, give liberation in the sense, not only liberation but also because Vaikunta is not that high. Of course, even though it is really high, but what for the purpose he came to give was this Krishna prema. So these are the external reasons for the Lord to appear. So now we will go to the third. What is the next one is? 4th chapter. The confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So confidential here means internal reason. Because whenever the Lord appears for whatever the purpose, it won't be just for only one reason. It's not for one reason, because by taking some incarnation, he establishes so many tasks which at the same time. It is like you throw one stone and so many mangoes just fall down. Not just one mango. So like that, he really plans everything. So now we are on the fourth chapter. This internal reason. The internal reason is very, very, very intensive. Okay. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can fully describe the real nature of Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Braja, according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. So if we see, in Goloka Vrindavana, Krishna is not really liberating any people there. That is not his natural tendency. There he is enjoying. Because Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer. The supreme enjoyer is he is the enjoyer. But Jiva is falling down, and then of course his mercy is coming. is he really comes down, because there is no Leela of liberating. Liberation Leela is not there in the Goloka Vrindavan. So all the liberation happen only outside, by either through all the incarnations or through his devotees and all those. So that is why if you really see the previous chapter, they are all pertaining to the liberation for the fallen jivas. So that is why we have to take it. Now we are actually switching into what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually Krishna's internal desire was. So in a nutshell, there are three things which we will be going through. I'm just telling that at the beginning, because I don't know how many slokas that we will be able to go through today, but this is the background is. Number one, he wanted to see, he wanted to glorify the position of Radharani. So this is the glorification of Radharani. So this is one of them. Then the second one is he wants to taste. He wanted to taste how Radharani is tasting the rasa by seeing Krishna, by playing with Krishna. In the rasa dance, with any endeavor that Radharani is doing with Krishna, because Krishna himself wants to taste that. So actually that is the third reason. Second reason is he wants to see his own beauty. So he wants to witness his own beauty as the devotees actually perceive, including Radharani here. So what are the three reasons now again? One is the glory of to glorify Radharani's position. Then second is to also to really taste the beauty of himself. And the third is to taste how Radharani is actually tasting the pleasure with Krishna. So these are the three things. Okay, can anyone just for the sake, can you summarize this again? Three, because this is very important. This is the primary thing that a Rasika devotee has to be really always looking at. Three of them.
So Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to glorify Radharani's
Position.
position. Second is he wanted to see how beautiful he is from the standpoint of Radharani, and then also to relish what Radharani is relishing when she sees Krishna.
Yeah.
So that emotion, that taste he wants to relish.
Okay, that's the thing. So the third one is even very high, because he wants to taste. Because why he cannot taste? Because he is actually Vishaya, not Ashraya. Right? Suppose you are actually loving somebody and then you are actually having, that love only, you are only realizing. So that sentiment is something very unique that a Vishaya cannot actually enjoy. In the sense, he cannot taste. He can feel. Oh yes, Mahabhav, Radharani is going to Mahabhav. These are all very, very high status, but he gets thrilled. But he gets an idea, he gets a feeling that, oh, this is really very high. But he is not able to taste what Radharani is really tasting. That a Vishaya cannot do that. Vishaya means object of love. Ashraya means a lover. Okay, so these are the two positions. So the object of love wants to become the lover of that object. So that is why but Krishna cannot do it by himself. He needs the mood from somebody who really has that love, that Ashraya. So who is Radharani? So that is why she had to approach Radharani and beg from her, oh Radhe, I don't know how, because you are really tasting so much of rasa. which I am not able to taste at all. So please, please be merciful to really give that mercy so that I can also taste what you are tasting. This is very high. This is the very, very high one. Okay, looking, for the beauty, all right, so I want to taste my own beauty. Okay, that's the second case. That is fine. First case, yes, glorification. Yes, of course, Radharani is glorified. But the third case, what we just talking about is the highest. That is all this called, all the rasa tattva, everything is all there. That is the real rasa. So Caitanya Caritamrta, when you read, if you are actually positioning yourself as the third category of these internal reasons, then you are really very, very fortunate. That is what we should be really striving for. See, there are a lot of so many instances are there, so many histories are there, but not everything is pertaining to specifically these rasa. There are places where this is very, very unique, and even in this Samvat, what is it? Samvat, Raya Ramananda Samvat. If you see that, this particular aspect is coming only at the very end in the whole discussion. Finally, he says, yes, that gopis, the prema that the gopis have, and that with that prema, how they really taste, this all the rasa is the highest of everything. So, but before that conclusion is coming, it goes all the way to dharma, artha, kama, moksha, like that. I mean, these are all going, and slowly only, because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking, go higher, go higher, go higher, higher. So like that, it was actually going so high, and that is the ultimate of the thing. That is the third reason that we just touched about that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also very, very merciful, because where the mercy comes from? Mercy comes from Radharani only. Because Radharani is coming with the mood of Radharani, so the mercy is automatically manifested. That is what exactly this verse, text 1 is saying. Because Radharani's mood is there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is phenomenal. And by that mercy, even a foolish child is good enough, but foolish child, that means that he doesn't know anything. He can fully describe the real nature of Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Braja, according to the vision of the revealed scripture. That's what the first sloka is saying. So that means by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can understand everything. That much is the power of the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Sri Advaita Acharya. All glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like this, now he is continuing. I have given the essential meaning of, basically he started with the verse about long ago, how he incarnates and propagates the chanting of the holy name and to spread the God. So spread the love of God. So always remember, Caitanya Caritamrta is only love of God. Bhagavad Gita is really trying to mention that love of God is what you need. Because finally, manmana bhava matbhakto. So that is how Bhagavad Gita ends. It's only introducing the love of God. Otherwise, it was all talking about, all these spiritual, jiva, paramatma, jivatma, these. You are not the body, you are this thing, then all kinds of things, then the karma yoga, that jnana yoga, this yoga, ashtanga yoga, raja yoga, kriya yoga, whatever you call. And all these things are all mess. Your 80% of the book is completely given for these kind of things which devotees don't care too much about at all. Devotees care only about that portions where the bhakti is really being taught about. which is that 18 slokas, 18th chapter, and also the 12th chapter, which is basically Bhakti Yoga and so on. But Gita is only introduction of Bhakti, which is love of God. There is nowhere it's saying that, oh, you will be chastised, you will be this, infinite. No, nothing to fear. You just philosophy. You read the philosophy. Jiva and Jiva and then Bhagavan and this Prakriti. There are actually, it's really discussing about all these things, about this all creation, how Jivas have to really do their work to really get out of this repeated birth and death, and all those things are all it's talking about. But the love of God is the primary key that using which you can really achieve anything. So bhakti is necessary, but Gita is only introduction. But then coming to the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam is all about all the leelas and philosophies and so many killing the demons and this and everything, all the playful things are there. But now the love of God is intensified more. So love of God is intensified more because by reading Bhagavatam, you will be so happy that yes, by love of God only I can really achieve anything. So you will be inclined to do this bhakti automatically by reading this Srimad Bhagavatam. But what about Caitanya Caritamrta? Caitanya Caritamrta is in a different angle. There you taste the love of God. So Gita is only introduction of the love of God, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the activities and all the things about what is the so that we can love God by hearing these pastimes, leelas. But Caitanya Caritamrta is where you relish. It's like a cream of the cream. So that is why Caitanya Caritamrta is very high. Actually, anyway, the time is running. We'll stop here. Our Gurudev is always, his advice is very, very deep. The way he always advised us is, first you read Jaiva Dharma. Second, you read Caitanya Caritamrta. Then you read Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam also 10th canto. Then read the other ones. And then you read Bhagavad Gita. Then you will see Bhagavad Gita is like a childish book. And you know everything because our Gurudev's approach is totally different. That's why you have to understand. He is different. Because if you really go to some other organization, they will say, no, don't go to 10th canto straight away. You have to start from first canto, second. No. That is not the way our Gurudev says. No. He is different. Why? Raga Bhakti and Vidhi Bhakti is different. So, but who can do it? Only those who are really gifted with this Raganuga can really take that approach and do it. So this is our Gurudev's instruction. That is how the whole thing is. Anyway, all right. So now we have taken 40 minutes actually. So, okay. With that, okay, any doubt? Anything to ask?